If you read the title, which I'm assuming 99% of you did, you know that we're going to be trying to beat Cuphead with only half of our screen. Spilly, how are you going to cut your screen in half? Well, I thought up a really clever way to do it, and I will put it on screen now. As you can clearly see, our clever idea is just straight a black folder that is held up by none other than Kevin Durant. Now, I know it looks really dumb, but it covers the right side of my screen, so we just rocked with it. Now, for recording purposes, I don't want to just cut the screen in half for you guys, because that would probably look really bad. So instead, I'll put a little box of my perspective in the bottom right, just so you guys can see both sides and actually understand what's going on. I'll also be ranking the boss's difficulty on a tier list, just so you guys can know more about the challenge and understand the difficulty of certain bosses and how they changed. And with that all being said, join me as we figure out if Cuphead can actually be beaten with only half a screen. I hope you enjoy. Now, immediately after finishing the tutorial, I realized that running guns were not going to be possible. Yeah, okay. That's not going to be possible. Well, that sucks. That means we're not going to be able to get a lot of coins, but we should be fine as long as we don't buy anything stupid. We just bought the worst shot in the game. In my defense, I thought that because I couldn't see the enemies, I get the shot that would chase them. And I honestly really regretted it later in the run. Now, even with half my screen, the first 4 bosses were still so easy, so I'm just going to skip past them. They're all D tier. Cagney, however, actually gave us some trouble, and there was even trouble finding the fight in general. If Cagney decides to throw his face at me, I just have no idea if he's hitting the top or hitting the bottom. All it comes down to is if I win the 50-50, which I did once and then never again. This one attack was probably the only reason that I died the first couple times attempting him. Need to hope for good RNG. Well, because my streak. Okay, I don't want to go onto the first platform. I have to go onto the first platform. Okay. I can't even see how far I got. However, after a bit of focusing and lucky RNG, we managed to beat him. Nice. Now, after talking to King Dice, who, I can't stress enough, has got that shit on, we choose to fight Princess Bubblegum, or Bubble Fouet, for those who know. And I thought I was going to struggle on her, but I just didn't. Yeah, that was incredibly easy. Okay. Looks like we're just going to Wally. Wally was the first boss of this challenge that actually moves around a lot. Well, other than Hilda, but come on, it's Hilda. She ain't killing me no matter what. Since Wally moves around so much, we don't actually know if we're hitting him, which you can notice right away because half my bullets are just not hitting him. Luckily, we kind of know where he's at because of his egg and like feather attacks, but it still doesn't help a lot because we don't know if he's going up or down. Then we get on to Big Four-Headed Willy, who not only moves around a lot, but his eggs block bullets. Okay, I got him. Nice. And then it... What? I thought it gives me more invulnerability. And even with half my screen cut, I can still see his stupid picture looking at me. All that, plus his last phase that literally covers the left side of the screen, it made this fight pretty hard. It wasn't anything too crazy though, so with a couple more deaths and some luck, we managed to get the knockout. And again with the seasoning, you guys really gotta stop. Now, right after Wally's fight, I had realized something. Alright, that was actually, I think we died like 5 times on Wally. That was actual, oh wait. Oh wait. Oh no. Okay, I'm doing Grim last. I just remembered Grim's last phase. He's on the left side of the screen, so we're forced to platform on the right. I'll talk about Grim when we get to him, but I hate the genie, and this fight was easy as hell, so we're skipping past him. Now, on to the second to last boss of the Isle, who I also had trouble finding. Now, in this challenge, any boss that goes to the left side just amplifies their difficulty so much. This is because it forces me onto the right side where I can't see what I'm doing, so obviously I'm gonna get hit. So in Beppy's first phase when he's on the left, I have no idea what is coming on the right. And it gets even worse in his second phase where I have so little room to do anything because there's a balloon dog there, a balloon dog up here, the cart's on the bottom, I have to jump over the people, it's so annoying. And even if I make it past the balloon phase, with bad enough RNG, I can just get trapped in this corner and die. Beppy was leagues above any boss I had fought before. Beppy's easiest phase was probably his last, but by the time I got there, I was already beat up by the first 3 phases and I would just choke and die. And then I would die again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Now at this point, Beppy was actually like making me angry. Dude, can you stay on your side? You're supposed to stay over there. Wait, hold up. Nope. What? What did I get hit? I got hit by the horseshoe after it hit the ground. Yeah, this has to be the worst phase of the entire fight. The stupid balloon dog phase. I hate it so much. 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 Not only is dying for the 800th time so annoying, but I just couldn't do anything about the RNG factor. What am I supposed to do if Beppy only spawns left horses, keeps me in this corner, and just touches me over and over again? I literally can't do anything about that. All I needed was just some good luck, and hopefully soon, because if not, there wouldn't be a monitor to edit this video on. Luckily, only after 1,000,000 deaths, my prayers were finally answered. I dodged and weaved the hell out of those. Where's he at? Oh, he's back on that side? Wait, no, this is good. This is a godsend. This is what we wanted. Yes, he's staying on that side. I don't even care. I don't even care. Okay. Okay. This is good. God has gifted me. He gifted me the 3 right sides in a row. Yes! 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 Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how many times I just died. So ever since Cagney, we had been climbing the difficulty ladder, going from C to B to A. So I prepared for the worst. But wow, nothing could prepare me for what I was about to go through. I had expected him to be hard, but I wouldn't expect him to be downright impossible. To put into perspective how difficult this fight was for me, I fought Grim for around an hour. The rough estimate of each Grim fight was around a minute. Divide the 60 minutes in an hour by the 1 minute average and you get 60, meaning I died around 60 times on Grim. As someone who's been playing Cuphead for so long, I could probably beat Grim first try 9 times out of 10. So dying 60 times is just crazy. It's always something with Grim, I swear, every challenge. Always something with him. I feel like Grim's last phase was literally made to just be the demon of this challenge. Not only is it the only final phase in the entire game to stay on the left side, but you also have to platform on platforms you can't even see, dodge fireballs you can't even see, and it just so happens that his final phase is one of the most difficult in the entire game. Now, when I said this fight was damn near impossible, I was not being dramatic. With my current damage output, the only way I could have won is if I just got extremely lucky and jumped onto every platform perfectly without even seeing them. When that occurred to me, it showed me what I needed to do. I needed to find a way to get coins and get upgrades. With this in mind, I had to figure out a way to get coins without running guns, because those are not possible. There was a bunch of coins scattered around, but I thought about something that might be easier. If we could get to the DLC, there'd be 4 easy coins to get and a bunch of new items in the shop. Unfortunately for us though, to get there, we had to beat a mausoleum, which are not fun when you only have half a screen. Alright, the plan is, I beat the easy mausoleum, then I go to the DLC and I can get 3 free coins from the guy at the start. Problem is, I need to beat the mausoleum, which is not going to be very easy. Luckily, I found the strategy of just spamming parry right before the vase, which worked kind of well. Now, I knew it was possible to beat, but what happened next surprised me, and it was just so funny. You just gotta see. No, what? Wait, what? He missed! The old ghost missed! He missed the vase! What? No way! No way he missed the vase! He missed the vase! And that saved me! Oh my gosh. Now, I don't know what the chance of that is, but let's be real, who gives a fuck, bro? We beat that shit. And now that we have access to the DLC, we can get 4 easy coins and get a huge upgrade to our weapons. The crack shot. Now, I thought the crack shot was enough, but just to be sure, I wanted to try to get the invisibility super. Oh no. I got her. And the old man missed again. Please, please be done. This is the last part, right? This last part. Yes! Oh my gosh. You actually cannot make this up. The old man missed a second time and let me win again. There's no way, bro. That's so funny. Now with higher DPS and a couple seconds of invincibility, you would hope we would beat him, right? Nope. No. I think I'm gonna die. Please? Wait, they're missing. Excuse me? Dude, I'm just getting too close to him. I can't even see how far I got. It's just... Even with all the preparation we just did, it still was not enough. Every single time, it was on his last phase. Every single time. So I was trying to over-prepare, and that was still me being under-prepared. Oh, dude, this boss just sucks so much dick. After grabbing a couple more scattered coins, I made my way to the DLC and bought what is arguably the best item in the game, which is the heart ring. This will give us 1 HP on our first, third, and sixth parries, meaning we can literally double our health if we just parry 6 times. So our kit right now was one of the best shots in the game, arguably the best accessory in the game, and in my opinion, the best super in the game. If we couldn't beat Grim now, he was not possible. So with so many deaths behind me, I prayed for good luck and hoped that this fight was actually possible.
This match will get red hot. You're up!
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, finally. Oh. I can't wait to see what rank I got. That was such a hard fight, dude. It was such a hard fight. With Grim's fight done, we could finally go on to Aisle 3. And with our current kit and momentum, it was gonna be hard to slow me down. All those bosses you just saw, I first tried with really no problems. The only Aisle 3 boss that I died to was Sally. Okay, I honestly didn't think she was a contact boss. I thought she was a background boss. So I just attempted to just jump into her. That did not work out. But come on. It's only one death, so... Okay, fine. I'll be generous and give her a B tier. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting Aisle 3 to be so easy, and I was really hoping these next two bosses were the same. But they weren't. Before the King Dice fight, I was like, oh, I just gotta memorize the board and I'll be fine. But memorizing the board doesn't matter if I can't see the fucking dice. Normally, I'd get to choose what number I picked, but in this challenge, I would sometimes accidentally get a different number than I wanted. This would lead to me rolling stupid numbers like 1s and having to fight this cigarette. Stay away from this stupid cigarette. This guy forces you to go to the right and dodge fireballs, which you can probably see the problem here. And even if you do beat him, you're now really low on HP and are gonna get cooked in later fights. Oh shit. Damn it, dude. You also want to avoid bosses with a lot of visual cues, like these guys, which I don't even know their names, so they're just these guys. Luckily, we found the perfect path to take to be able to get to the end. You want to go against bosses 2, 5, and 8, so all the middle numbers. These three all have little to no visual cues and are all really easy. Once you defeat them, you get onto the scary part, the start over. Okay, so I'm pretty positive there's a safe spot before the start over. So all I need to do, I'm on 8, 9, safe, start over. Okay, so I have to get a 2 and not a 3. Okay, now I just need to get anything but a 1. There we go. That was probably the scariest part of the entire fight. Now you'd probably assume this last phase would be hard because he can push you onto the side you can't even see. But if you just have good spatial awareness and knowledge of where you're at, it was honestly really easy. Also, you know, starting the fight with 7 HP also helps. Even with the crazy kit we had, we still died a couple times, so I'll give it a solid A. We've officially made it to the end of the game, and I had no idea what to expect. Some bosses that I thought were going to be difficult were actually really easy, and some bosses that I thought were going to be really easy were actually difficult. And then certain other bosses... I'm not even going to bring that up. So for the devil, who's seen as the hardest boss in the game, I really had no idea. And in the end of it all, we beat him first try with no problem. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Easy challenge. Easy fucking challenge. I know, it's not the super dramatic and cool ending you wanted, but there's not really more I can say. He was really, really easy. Now before I end the video, I want to talk about two things. The first being the tier list. Now this tier list is not at all saying that Jimmy is around the same difficulty as like Goopy or the Root Pack. It's saying that all these bosses on the bottom, their fight didn't really change at all overall. Even with half my screen, I felt their fight was pretty much exactly the same. And then working our way up the list, the C tier had a little change, the B tier had a little more change, the A tier had a significant change, and then Grim just said fuck you and had a super omega fight boost. I just wanted to make the list to help you guys understand the challenge a little more, so hopefully this clears things up. The second thing is about my perspective. I didn't really want to have to prop my phone up to like record the folder being over the right side of my laptop monitor. I feel that would have just made me have to do more in the end, and I didn't feel it was really worth it. I want you guys to understand that I don't do these challenges just for the video. I also do them because I find them fun. Because I've been playing Cuphead for so long, I've fought all these bosses so many different times and I've pretty much mastered all of them, and that just makes the base game kind of dry. Doing challenges like these just lets me play the game I love in a new light when the base game has just gotten too easy. Now I'm bringing all this up because I don't want you guys to think that I cheated. Especially in a Cuphead challenge, I wouldn't cheat because that would literally just take all the fun out of the challenge. It may sound a little like cocky and arrogant, but I've literally gotten so good at the game that I need to do challenges to be able to have fun. If you want to still think I cheated, that's fine. I can't really do anything more about that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really change much. And with that all being said, thank you all for watching, and that's all for me for now. Later.